big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he's able to get it out of there. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
No, check that. Hey, two right here. I got one.
Young going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got me. We go.
3rd and long for Young. He sets to fire deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check, check. Lucky.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mike 52. What's the run? They're running it. He's coming. Double up.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
.52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I got you. I got you. Go.
Young to throw it. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. We're championship, baby. He's checking. He's checking.
Here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Going to give this time to the tailback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Check three.
2nd and 5. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
At the 3-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm scared. Check. Mike 5-2. It's coming this way.
Out of the gun, it's Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Man up, D. That's it. Mike 52.
Young on first down. It's complete. It's Miller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Come on, QB, come on. 52's the line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Young. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 89 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And some room to work. He's got daylight. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's get it.
2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Get one. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go. Baby, I got you. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. Watch twist.
Throwing. Young. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Young throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Final play of the half, Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
Get ready.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Following the interception, Young going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Young. And he's going to go down again.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch the
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Hey, check. Kill. Hey, Slim. Alert flare.
On 1st and 10, Young eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Safe. Hey, Mike 52. Let's go, D. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Now here's Young. This is Miller, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Double tight. Yeah. Check. 4 there, that's it. Hey, Mike 52. Let's go.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Come on, set. Touchdown. I don't think you got it, son.
Young to throw it this time. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Drop deep. Mike 52. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Young now. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
From the gun, Young. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch the eye. Pause. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Now Young, throwing on fourth down. Gonna throw deep for, and this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check 52's the mic.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Trump. 52's the mic. Mike 52. Watch the curl. No, check that.
It's Young off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. Shift. Slam.
They'll throw again. Young. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. From the red zone now, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Come on, try. Step it up. You're Mike 52. Mike 52. I got you, boy. Mike 52. So we got man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
To throw again on second down. Young firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Man left, man left. Everyone, you got 4 down. Echo. 52. Rapid. Check. Crunch.
Young now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 9. Go. 15. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jim. Mike 20. Big stop, D. Go. Let's go. Will. Deuce. You got tape.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Curtis Samuel, 91 yards. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Yeah. You know.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Here's Young. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Watch twist.
Young. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. Here we go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Now Young. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 52. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
On 4th down, Young. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They got to get a...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 50. Cut. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Back to throw. And And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
I got this. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come to my work.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Mike 54. No gain on this defense. No gain. Check. Check. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete from the contact. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here I come.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and through, and the final score may be a little misleading here as this is going to wind up a 9-point victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Tennessee, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching